An Oracle is designed to be a bridge between off-chain and on-chain environments. There are many Oracle providers in the market. We have chosen this open source approach, so we involve the community when it comes to sourcing data. For instance, if there is a request from the community for a particular data source, we deploy it, right? We also involve the community when it comes to adjusting our methodology, and we plan on increasing the involvement of the community up to full decentralization. We're not there yet, but that's the end goal. We will render ourselves obsolete in a couple of years, and then let the DIA governance token holders and, aka the community, take over the project. But so going back to the process, we ingest data from various centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges at trade level. We pull it in, we perform some filtering, we sanitize it and perform some filtering around it, averaging and outlier detection. Then we push it, we put the output into the API, and from there, depending on the end customer, we oracleize it for on-chain use cases, for decentralized applications, for instance, and via the API for off-chain projects. So this is kind of a short description, a basic description of our process.
Do you have regulatory status for that activity?
Yeah, we do. Actually, the way first of all, the fact that the data, the whole process is transparent. So you have full transparency in terms of data sources that you use when it comes to DIA, which no other Oracle provides. So you don't know what sources they amalgamate or aggregate to perform calculation on. You see what sexes and dexes we use for a particular price, right? So that's, I mean, the transparency angle is, I don't know, the most loved, I would say, by the regulators, and we have designed the process in such a way that is a regulatory compliant. So yeah, but at the end of the day, we're a data provider. There's no regulations so far for how you provide data, even though there are a few pieces of law being negotiated currently at EU level, the Data Governance Act, and digital platforms that have a data angle attached to it from a regulatory or legislative standpoint. So yeah, let's see what's coming. But for now, yeah, we're fully compliant.
And is the reason, so those sort of pieces of legislation that you mentioned that are being proposed or developed, is the sort of reason or the motive behind developing those on the regulatory side because they can see that these oracles kind of present a sort of a risk to the broader market in terms of the way that they report data, and therefore they're trying to sort of create ways for them to be able to manage that risk by making sure that those companies follow various processes and procedures and policies, and that they have oversight over all that stuff.
So to be perfectly frank with you, I'm pretty sure no one thought of oracles when they initiated the Data Governance Act, for instance. So these laws are designed, this is the process with crypto, right? You have various laws that are designed to tackle something, and then they end up encapsulating something else, especially on the crypto side. So these pieces of laws that I've mentioned, they are designed to enable data interoperability across the EU, to cancel segregation, verticalization, and to allow a data-driven open market at EU level. But because when you come up with a piece of legislation that is called the Data Governance Act, by default you can insert various angles that were not initially thought of, right? So it might be the case that oracles fall into that. It hasn't happened yet. I hope maybe we can cut this so the regulators don't get an idea. I'm just kidding, of course. But yeah, I mean, there was no law that was designed with oracles in mind. But like I said, there is a risk that many crypto or DeFi related elements are kind of caught in the gravity of these pieces of legislation.